People, hello, how are we? Hopefully we're all doing well. So I've seen Eddie come out and say that the February 22nd Riyadh season card is, in his opinion, going to be the biggest one yet. And I think, you know, a lot of comparisons are made to the 5 versus 5, the Fury Usyk 1 card. No, and rightly so, they were good cards. But I think we're also forgetting December 23rd, Day of Reckoning. What a card that was. What an unbelievable card that was. You know, Parker, Wilder, AJ, you know, you had huge names on that card. I just think, let's not forget how good some of these cards are. For him to come out and say that it's going to be one of the best, it must have some serious names in there. And obviously the London and the LA one as well. Let's not forget them. So wow. For him to come out and say it's going to be one of the best, wow, there must be some big names on this. So we know Daniel Dubois is going to be on it. Carlos Adames is going to be on it. Virgil Ortiz is going to be on it. Hamza Shiraz is going to be on it. And these are already, I mean, this is already a stacked card just by those 4 fighters. Daniel Dubois, heavyweight champion. Carlos Adames, champion. Hamza Shiraz, probably soon to be champion. Virgil Ortiz, you know, you've got huge names. Like, that's already stacked. And that's surefire. We know we're getting them. Let's look at Daniel Dubois first. I mean, I've already spoken about this like previously, but we'll briefly brush over it again. It's got to be Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker's on such a run of form. He's done amazing. And other than, you know, the champion himself, and perhaps, well, both champions himself, Daniel Dubois and Usyk, he's probably on the best run of form at the moment. He's such a deserving challenger. He's not fought in so long, so he needs to be on the card one way or another. He's got to be on the card because he's not fought in so long. He deserves the chance. So I think Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker, I'm hoping and praying for that. What an incredible fight that is. Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker, that's amazing. That's a huge fight there alone. Then Hamza Shiraz versus Carlos Adames. Now that's a title fight. What a fight that is. A title fight as well. It's a great fight. Hamza Shiraz has earned his shot. What a talent. What a great guy he is. He's excellent. I think he's probably the best in that division. I think that's fair to say. So he's earned his shot. Title shot's been a long time coming. He deserves it. So he's in there. That's a great fight. More stacked fights on this stacked card. And then you got Virgil Ortiz against who I would assume to be Fendora. Look, I'd like to see him in there against Crawford, but the reality of it is, I don't think Crawford wants to fight just yet. I don't think Crawford really wants to fight Virgil Ortiz. And yeah, so I assume it's going to be Fendora. It's a bit of a shame, really. It's a shame, it's like Crawford on this card would have been crazy. Or Boots even, but he's fought quite recently, so I don't think it'll be either of those two. I think the reality of it is it's going to be Ortiz versus Fendora, a fight against those two, which, make no mistake, I'm not unhappy with. That's still a really good fight. That's not the best fight there is, but it's still a really good fight on what is suddenly stacking up to be a really good card. And then the big one that is being rumoured for February 22nd is Beterbiev versus Bivol 2, the rematch. I don't see how it happens. I don't know how that happens for February 22nd, but perhaps that's why we're seeing a delay in the announcement of this card. They're delaying the announcement of this card because what they're doing is trying to get that fight over the line, trying to finalise the details to get that fight over the line. And I can see it happening, but, well, no. I understand it happening. I can see why you'd want it to happen, but I don't see it happening. But that's the rumoured fight. What an incredible card this then becomes. You know, this then becomes the best fight card that Riyadh season has put on. You see all that topped by the rematch of what was probably the fight of the year, just behind Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, of course. That takes the pip. What a fight that was, you know, incredible. That was fight of the year for sure. But then you've got a close second in Beterbiev versus Bivol. The rematch of that, which is really the only fight that makes sense for both of those. You know, I was sort of, is Beterbiev going to go up? Is Bivol going to go down a different route and get some form back and try to be a bit more active? But really, look, they're the best in the division. The rematch makes sense. It was such a closely contested fight, slightly controversial whether the decision went. I had Bivol winning. I can see it going to Beterbiev. I could see a draw. It was that close. It was neck and neck. So I'm not mad. That's the way to do it. Go down that route. And suddenly, this is looking like an extremely good card now. So let's have it. Let's have Fury versus Usyk to look forward to. Fury versus Usyk to Usyk versus Fury to look forward to, December 21st. I can't wait for that. And I am not wishing away the days for that to be gone and to look at the next ones. No. I am waiting. I am excited and I'm anticipating December 21st. Usyk versus Fury 2. Can't wait. And then when that's done and you got the January blues hit, you know, and you're feeling a bit low and you look suddenly, hang on a second, February 22nd, you've got the best card yet. And it gets better. And yet again, Riyadh season, people saying they're bad for boxing. What are you talking about? Look, how can you see stuff like this and go, bad for boxing? It's awful, because you know, you're right to be fair. Beterbiev versus Bivol 1. Probably Beterbiev versus Bivol 2. Fury versus Usyk 1. Fury versus Usyk. Oh, just shit for boxing. It's just awful for boxing. What are you talking about, mate? I can't wait. Hopefully you can't wait, you people. Make sure you leave a like, a comment, subscribe. How YouTube works. Peace.